Hello, welcome to my Facebook Live. Sorry I'm a few minutes short, or late, sorry. I'm just setting up my laptop so I can see comments, so if you're joining, say hello. And I will give a minute for everyone to join. Today I'm going to be sharing one of our kits. This is one of our newest kits available. There's a new one that came out this month, but it hasn't arrived yet. So, but this month there's a kit sale, so I wanted to feature these and show you some of the different things that you can do with them. They're a lot of fun if you haven't tried them out. So if you're joining, say hi, and let me. Okay, let me get my comments up here. Okay, hi Pam. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for everyone. Sorry about yesterday. I tried to get home in time and I couldn't. If you're joining today, thank you for being flexible. And if you couldn't join live, hopefully you're watching the replay. So if you are watching the replay, just put replay in the comments. That will help me know too who sees my videos during replays and who sees them live. So let me pull up my chair and we'll go ahead and get started. So hi Diana, good to see you on. So today the kit I'm going to be using is called Blossom Wishes Kit. Okay, so all of our kits come in these really cute boxes. When the kit's finished, you can save the box and use it for something. If you're like me, you've ordered a ton of kits. You can use these for storage. You can use them to give gifts. And then if you're done with them, you can recycle them. But they're really handy. So inside, when you order the kits, I put that in there to help me open this, but it didn't work. Let's see here. Everything you need, it comes like this. So this one, the Blossom Wishes kit, is one that you don't need stamps for. Okay, so everything is already printed, and it doesn't come with ink. If they do come with ink in stamps, then they usually come with a little clear block as well. Okay, so I'm going to show this kit. What it comes with. I'm going to do the cards as shown, and then I'm going to do my own spin on some of the cards using some product that I have that's not in the kits, since we might have some beginner crafters and some avid crafters watching. Okay, so when you get your kit, it comes with the instructions here, everything on the front. That's what it comes with. So it comes with supplies to make 4 of this card and 4 of this card. Okay. On the back, it will show you here everything that's included in the kit, and then it will also tell you the coordinating colors that are in the kit right here. This is helpful if you want to use some of your own products to change up the kits, kind of like I'm going to do today. So I came back here, got some cardstock that will match, and then I also pulled out some of my blends, and you'll find out why I'm going to be using these later. Okay, so that was very helpful for me when I was getting my things ready for this live today. Okay, let me see here. So the Starry Sky and the Orchid Oasis blends look almost identical. So I'm going to set these up so that I can see which is which. Okay. So, okay. And then inside this, it has color instructions. Okay. So, the nice thing about their instructions is they're all done with photographs. So it doesn't matter what language, it doesn't matter if you can read or not, you can follow along, and it shows all the components, and it tells you where to use dimensionals and where to use glue dots. Okay, so down here you'll see that in the directions it's showing you, Here, this is where you'll put the dimensionals. This is glue dots, okay? If you had stamping, it would tell you what to ink up and what stamps to use. And it also comes with a ruler in inches and centimeters down here, just in case you need it, okay? So, some people like to just go off the front of the photo. That's kind of what I do. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, okay? Let's see, what else? Okay, so I also, like I said, I pulled out some of my blends and I pulled out some cardstock. So I have some Petal Pink cardstock, Orchid Oasis, and Whisper White. And then I also pulled out 2 stamp sets that I thought would kind of go good with this kit. So I have the Apple Harvest stamp set and then By My Side. Okay, I haven't used the By My Side. I got this with the stamp sale that we just had recently, so I'm kind of excited to use that. So I'm going to show you a little bit later how to incorporate these into my cards, okay? But first off, I'm going to show you these. So if you have any questions while I'm going along, please feel free to ask them. I'm going to show you first what's in here. So this card kit actually makes, the cards are 2 different sizes, okay? They're slimline cards, and this one here is, let's see, 8.5 inches long by 3.5 inches, and then this one here is 6.5 inches by 3.25 inches, okay? So they come with the card bases, they come with a sheet of dimensionals. These are layers, and they also come with envelopes, okay, to fit those cards. Okay, so we have those, so we'll put those aside. Here's some more pieces, and what I like to do when I'm doing one of these kits, especially if I'm going to sit down and do the whole thing, I like to get everything separated and figure out where all my pieces are and put them out. It makes it go a little faster. Here are our words. We have 2 sheets of these. Okay, and for English, we're using Happy Birthday, which is here. Happy Birthday. If you speak one of these other languages, or you know somebody that does and you want to use those, you can. I am just going to use the English Happy Birthday, and then I'm actually going to throw the rest away. And you might be asking why Stampin' Up! Does that, because it seems a little wasteful, but as far as supplies are concerned, they've actually shared that it's actually more wasteful to create kits in the various languages with just the pieces for that language than it is to put them all on one sheet. They've actually figured out, you know, if it was more beneficial to do it that way, and they realized it wasn't. So, so that's why you have all the languages on one sheet, okay? Hey, Darla. Hey, Maribel. Thanks for joining. Good to see you guys here. Okay, so if you know of anybody that might want to use these, you can do that. Otherwise, I just put them in the recycle. Okay, so we have our happy birthdays there. Here we have our fruit, okay, 2 sheets of that. And I find if I line them up perfectly, I can punch everything out at once. Okay, and then here's our pears. So it's apples and pears, I believe. Okay. So we have that. Again, here's our, some more words, the You Matter. Now for these, if you wanted to, you could save some of these and try to put a different shape over them. You could also save them and use the back if you wanted to. Okay, so these I'm going to put aside. And I'll share what I mean a little bit later with that. Okay, so you matter. These are the tiny little flowers. I'm not going to punch all these out because I'll end up losing them. Because they're pretty small. That's about how big they are. Okay, so I'm just going to leave those on that sheet. Here's our sheet of glue dots. Okay. And then here is our, the rest of our pieces. I'm going to punch these out quickly. Has anybody watching done this kit yet, or bought it? Bought it or put it together? Maybe you bought it and you haven't put it together yet. No? Okay. Alright. So I'm going to put the ones that are similar together. Alright. Okay, another thing I wanted to share is this weekend, if you're local to New Mexico, this weekend is tax-free weekend. And there are several items with Stampin' Up that are tax-free. So, the adhesives, scissors, blends, markers, those are all tax-free. So if you're looking to place an order for any of those, send me an email. If you're local, I'm going to put in an order for anyone that's local. So it doesn't matter how big or small your order is. You can save on shipping. For anyone whose order is over $50, I will do free delivery. Otherwise, it'll be porch pickup if it's under $50. So I'll be sending an email out for that. But if you remember, feel free to send me an order. I'll be putting it in on Sunday. So, okay. So the first one, let's do the smaller one first. Okay. So this is already scored. It has some embossing on the front. Okay. And to do it as shown, let me move my pieces out of the way here a little bit. To do it as shown, we're going to need one of these pieces here. Okay, that's going to go on the front. And then the pears, and then one of these. Okay. And then one of the you matters. And these go together really quickly. So here, I am just working off the photograph. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. One of the things, I love the dimensionals in the kits. I'm not sure why, but they're thicker. So oftentimes, when I have the kits, I make sure and save the dimensionals to use on my personal projects because I love them. They're just a tiny bit thicker. It feels like to me, at least. So, okay, so this goes down. All right, and then this indicates to use the glue dots. I prefer not to use the glue dots. I just use my regular supplies. Okay, so I have my green glue that I'll probably use. This is easier for me to use. So I'll use a little bit of this. That's the nice thing if you already have Stampin' Up! Supplies. This one is actually empty. So give me a second. Okay. All right. So yes, so for the month of August, all the kits are up to 30% off. Okay. This one is regularly, I think it's $13 regularly. And on sale, it's like 11 something. So it's a really good deal. Okay, that, and then we'll put some dimensionals on our pairs here. And we're going to kind of stick these right under here, like so. Okay, and then the You Matter. We'll go right down here. Okay, so now that's the kit as shown, and then they also did put some of these little flowers. I like to kind of bend them to give them a little dimension, because most flowers are not flat. All right, you can put as many or as little as you want, and I'm just going to put a couple right here. And the glue will dry clear. Okay, so there's the first one, and then it has its coordinating envelope. Okay, and I love that the envelopes are not white, they're a different color. Okay, this would be perfect size for sending cash or a check to somebody. Okay, so that's the first one, tax-free. Pam asked, tax-free on the kits this weekend. No, not on the kits. It's basically, tax-free is basically anything that can be used as like school supplies, which would be the adhesives, the scissors, the markers, but kits are not considered school supplies, so it's just the school type supplies. And when I send out my email, there's actually a spreadsheet. There's actually a sheet that Stampin' Up gives us that indicates what you can actually purchase with the tax-free. So I'll send that out too and include it for those that are new to that. I know, Pam, you just moved here, so I don't know if they had it in Washington where you lived before. But okay, so then the next one is this larger one. Okay, so for the larger one, it uses this piece here and 2 of the apples and 2 of these branches, one going each direction. Okay, and then also a happy birthday. So you can see how quickly, if I just sat here and put all these together, I could probably get them all assembled within 30 minutes. Okay, now I'm a regular crafter and am familiar with all these products. So someone that is not familiar with all this, it'd probably take them a little longer. But this is a great gift to give somebody that likes to craft, but maybe you're not sure if they would be into like the Stampin' Up products. This is a great way to introduce them to those products. You know, Christmas is coming in a few months. It'll be here before you know it. You might take advantage of the sale to buy some kits as gifts. So, okay. So, I put dimensionals on this piece here, and I'm going to put this down on my card base, okay? And then I am going to put dimensionals on my apples, so that those are ready to go. And take those off of those. Okay. And so with our branches, I am just going to, I'm going to figure out where I want each one. So this one I'm going to put here, and and this one I'm going to put up here. And so I'm just going to put a little adhesive down on this part here, okay, and then tuck that in like so, and then the same thing on this one, and tuck that in like so. Okay, and then I can stick my apples on and stick them under the leaves here. Okay, so you can see this little branch here, and then there's a branch here. That's kind of where I think the apples are kind of supposed to sit, and then this can be on top or underneath. So I guess you could put the apples on first if you wanted to. And then put this one like so, okay. If you wanted those to glue down, I kind of like them up like that, so let's tuck that little piece in like that. Okay. And then our happy birthday, I'm going to put dimensionals on that as well. Okay, and take those off here. I also like the kits if I'm traveling and I want to take something with me to work on in case I get bored. They're very convenient in that little box. And then everything you need, you just throw in your favorite glue and your scissors, maybe your chamois if it has stamps, and then you're guaranteed to have some fun on your trip, right? Okay, so we'll put some flowers on these. Let's see here. That one needs to glue down a little. Okay. And then down here, some more. Okay. Oop. Okay. And then there. Okay. So there's the kit, so the two kit cards, exactly as shown. Okay. This envelope is bigger. Okay, so we have both of those. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how I kind of mix it up. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, I kind of messed that one up. Let's see here. Fix that. So the first one I'm going to show you is just on the larger card base. Okay, and I'm going to do it kind of like it shows. So I'm going to use some of my pieces, but then I'm going to go ahead and use some of my regular stamps as well. So we'll do the apples. I think on this one I will use a happy birthday. Okay. And then I am going to use, let's see here. I went ahead before my live and I punched out just a circle, just a white circle in basic white. Okay, and then I'm going to use this by my side stamp set. Okay. And I think that I am going to use this one here. Okay. And a new block. So put these pieces over here. Okay, so first I'm going to stamp. I'm going to use my black Memento because I'm going to be using my blends to color this. Okay. Hey Lisa, thanks for joining. We just got to our third card. We did the first two like the kit shows, and then now I'm adding some of my own twist to some of them. So, okay, so we're going to stamp that one. Give that a minute to dry, and while it's drying, I wanted to show you what I meant with one of these. So with one of these ones that's in a different language, if you wanted to, I'm using this scallop oval punch today with some of my cards. So like if you wanted to, you know, do a different shape over that, or let's see. Here, if I used a different color, I can actually cover up most of that white writing. Okay. But I can still get that dark border around there. Okay. Or you can simply use this side also if you want to. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and color this. And let's see here. I hope that I pulled out the right colors to use. That they're not too dark. So I'm using the skin tones from the blends. Okay. So I'm going to color her first. Okay, and then we'll use the finer end for her little hand here and her little legs. And then to add some definition, I'm just going to come in here and put some shadowing with the same color. Okay. That's the nice thing about the blends. Okay. And then for her hair, I am going to use just a shade. So this one here is the shade is, the skin tones are in numbers. So this is 400 and this one here is 100. Okay. And so for her hair, I'm just going to follow some of these curls down here. Okay. Some of the curls on the outside. And then, let's see here. Okay, and then this one is bronze. So I'm going to use that to color the rest of her hair. Oops, this end's not good. It's a little damage there. We'll make it work. I am not sure if they still sell the bronze. Actually, I think they do. I think it's in the neutrals part of the catalog, or with the neutrals colors. This is what they had for skin tones before they came out with the natural skin tones, all the 9 markers that go with that. But so you can see how the shading kind of stayed on her face, right? I'm going to come in and do her eye. Okay. And then for her outfit, I am going to do I'm going to do light pink on her shirt. Okay. So this is petal pink. I pulled the colors straight from the colors on the instructions. Okay, and I'm going to also do the butterfly. This color. Okay, and so this is the darker shade. Yeah, this is the darker shade. So I'm not going to really shade with that one, but I am going to shade. Here we have the dark oasis and the light oasis. So with the dark, I'm going to come in and follow these lines on her skirt. Okay, and then I'm going to come in and color the rest with the lighter color. So even if you're not real good at coloring, if you just follow the lines on the stamps, you can create shading. Okay. And then Diana said add petal pink for her cheeks. So let's see if we can. So you may not see the pinkness, but you will see the color. You'll see the variation of color. I don't know. How does that look, Diana? Is that what you meant? I don't know. I'll see what you say. It kind of went lighter with the petal pink. But I bet you if we color back over it, let's see here. It'll be lighter just on her cheeks. Maybe. Yeah, you can kind of see there. Okay, you can kind of see on her cheek. It stayed lighter, right? Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I am going to put her, I think that I want to put her down here, and so she's walking under the apple trees. This is kind of what I was thinking. Okay. So let's put our dimensionals on this part here. Okay. And we'll put that down. This will have some dimensionals on it. And our apples. Okay, so let's put our apples. We'll put our apples first. We'll have those kind of going like that, coming off of the card. Then we'll put this down and stick it under there. Just kind of like so, and have that there. And for this one, let's see here. I could cover the circle up all the way, and I could stick this kind of in underneath that. Let's do that. Okay, so stick that under like so. Okay. And then with her, we'll put some more dimensionals on it. Okay, and then some of our little flowers. Okay, so there's that one. Kind of using some of the things that we already have, the stamp set and the blends, and kind of changing up the card a bit. Okay. All right. So, and this one has an envelope. Okay. And so the next card that I'm going to do, I'm going to actually do a different card, a regular card, and I'm going to use some of these components to complete my card. Okay, so I've just taken a piece of cardstock, cut at 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2. Okay, and this is going to be my card base. And then I think that I am going to, let's see here, I'm going to take one of these cards and I'm going to actually cut part of it. Okay, so get my cutter out. Alright, so here I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, and let's see what else. I have some sheets of the Orchid Oasis that I have embossed, one with the polka dots and one with kind of this hashtag. Okay, I think I'm going to use the hashtag one. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is put this on here and have this coming along with it. Okay, so let's see here. So what we can do is we can actually cut this in half. Okay, so this is, let's see, it's about 5 3/4, so I will cut it right at 2 3/4. Okay, and then I can layer it. So here's the two pieces, and I can kind of layer it and bring it to make it shorter. Okay, so this is 4 inches by 5 1/4, so I'm going to cut this down to 5. That it fits on my layer here. Okay, and you guys will have to be patient with me. I'm just kind of winging this. I kind of had an idea in my head, but we're just kind of creating it as we go along. Okay, so then I'm going to layer that on there. Okay, actually I might use the pears with this one. Okay, and I am going to do the pears with this one. And I think I'm going to make this one a happy birthday. Okay, so let's do that really quickly. So we'll put this down. Now for these, I will have to provide my own envelopes, which means I will have extra envelopes, okay? It's not a bad thing. Oops. Okay, that ran out. Seems like everything always runs out when I'm doing my lives. Okay, there we go. So we'll put that down. Okay, and I love cards with lots of layers. So this card is going to be right up my alley. So we'll put that down. And then for these, I'm going to put dimensionals on them. Okay, so this end is where I'm going to be kind of layering over. So I'm going to use the larger one to layer over. So I want to put my dimensional on the one that's going to be under. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So like this. Okay, and then take those off. Oops. Okay. So then we'll put this right in there like that. And this one right like so. Okay. And for this one, I'm going to put my dimensionals on my pears. Okay, and I'm going to have this coming down like so. So let's put those right there. And then my happy birthday. Okay. And this one I like the font. I like I could put it on here straight, but I really like this one kind of crooked like that. So we'll do that. And then we have our little flowers that we're going to stick on there. Yes, Lisa, huge thing of dimensionals. I was mentioning I love the dimensionals that come with the kits. They feel slightly thicker. And I'm not sure why, but they do. And we'll stick one more there. Okay. And then to finish this, let's see here. I'm going to go back to my basic rhinestones. These are my favorite. And let's see here. Okay, now I have this little piece here. If that drives you crazy, you can put a ribbon. So you can see here where it's adjoining. You could simply glue that down, but if it really bothers you, we can take some ribbon here and tie it around to cover that up. Hey Ronnie, yes, this is a kit. This is the Blossom Wishes. So I first showed how to do the kit as shown, and then now I'm showing how to step it up. So if you're an avid crafter, the kits may seem a little simple. Here we've made it into a regular size card, and then I'm stepping it up with some of my own supplies. Okay. Alright, and then we trim it up. And there we have that one, except that you don't want to put it upside down. So, my card's upside down. I know, I'm not the first one to do that. So, I'll just simply have to cut this off and remount it. But there's that card. So, here's the card as it's shown in the kit, and then here's my version with my supplies. Okay. And let's do one more. So again, I have my card base. Hopefully I'll do it right this time. Okay, so make sure it opens up correctly. This one I'll use the polka dots on. This one, let's see here. I cut this out. I wasn't sure if I'd use it or not. Let's kind of see. I might actually use it. I think that I'll cut this across here. So if you missed me saying it earlier, I'm just kind of winging it on these cards. I just pulled out some matching papers and stuff, so I'm just kind of winging it. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do. So cut that one. Okay, and kind of like it, I guess, like so. We can turn this around, kind of like so. And this would have like our apples in it, right? And our little branch coming out here. And then remember this punch. This is the scallop ovals. Okay. I punched one out of the Orchid Oasis here. This is the back of one of those cards. I'm going to use that to do my my little oval here that I'm going to layer. Okay. And for this one, I'm going to use the Apple Harvest. I really like this Thanks for Your Kindness. Okay. So let's use that stamp. Okay, and Orchid Oasis. Let's see. I have Starry Sky. That's close. We'll use that ink. Okay. And stamp that. Okay. Alright, so we'll layer that on there. Alright, so we have the Thanks for Your Kindness. And I think I can put that right down here. Okay, and let's see here. Since we have this ribbon out, let's go ahead and use that. And I'm going to tie a bow here. And I think I can put that up like so. Okay. So now to assemble everything. Let's pull that off like so. Okay. Now because I'm using these pieces from this kit with something else and I'm not using one of the bases, I will have a base that I can use this for something else. Okay. Completely different. I won't have time to show you today. But if I make something, I'll post it. Maybe I'll use something with the apple set to show you. Okay. So we'll set that down. And here, as I said, I love lots of layers. Okay, so we'll set that in the middle. And with this, I'm going to put some dimensionals on it. I'm going to keep them close to the center because it actually goes over the edge on this piece. The end that I cut, I'm putting towards the top because I'm going to kind of hide it with the bow and everything else. Okay, so let's put that down like so. We'll put our apples in there. And this will be kind of sticking out, kind of like so. So let's, I think I'm going to go kind of like that and then put some glue on here. And stick this up in, let's see. Let's see, kind of like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put my bow up here. just set that down. And then put some of my little flowers. And I like an odd number. So we've got 5 here. So we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, another one, 5. Okay. Oh, and I forgot, I wanted to mention, last week I asked if you use the technique, the fractured card technique that I shared, if you posted it in my ink pad, that I would draw a winner. And 2 people shared projects, Barbara and Ronnie. So thank you both for sharing. Rather than picking from one of you, I am going to choose both of you, and I will send you both a gift to thank you for posting your cards in my group. I so appreciate it. So thank you for sharing your projects, and I'm glad that you're enjoying what I'm showing you. So hi Karina, thanks for joining us. Thank you. Just showing how to change up the kit a little bit. Okay, so we have that there, and then I want some of this pink to show underneath. So, and this one I'm actually going to leave flat on there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue and have that right on there. I love the different layers and the little pieces peeking out. Okay, and then we'll decorate it with some rhinestones. And let's see here. So put one here. And then we'll put a larger one maybe down here. And put one there. And maybe one up here, so that's 4. And then maybe gotta have an odd number. So maybe one more just right there. How's that? Okay. So, oh, sorry, my light got funky. So there's that card. So these are the 2 that I created on the fly with you all. And then this one is, I kind of changed up the kit a bit. And then these are the 2 kits as the kit shows them. Okay. And then I'll post some more samples on my Facebook page, so check back. I can show you how to use the white card base. So I hope you enjoyed my cards today. Be sure to leave a comment and share, and pick yourself up one of these kits and show me what you can do. If you do, post them in my group, the Ink Pad. I love to do random drawings there and pick winners. Thanks for joining me, you guys, today, and thanks for being patient when I couldn't go live yesterday. So join me again next week. Okay, have a great evening. Thanks, guys. Bye.